Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel of Astrologer Anil Aggarwal. Today we will be talking about China's aggressive stance. It has entered into Gulan Valley and 423 meters ahead. And you see, as I had mentioned already, that Mars has activated the eclipse point of 6 degrees. And you see, eclipse point of the 21st June 2020. The eclipse had taken place at 6 degrees. And over the natal Mars, which is the 12th Lord and the 7th Lord. So, espionage, it is clearly whenever Rahu transits over Mars is the time of most enigmatic time, and the eclipse has taken place at 6 degrees and the natal Mars is at 7 degrees in Gemini, and the moment the transit Mars has activated the eclipse point of 6 degrees and reached the 7 degrees, China has taken an aggressive stance and it has entered in the Indian territory 423 meters ahead, and it has shown its aggressive stance. Now, this is extremely difficult situation now for India to react. And I had mentioned that from the 31st May to 5th of July is the most prone period for intrusions and brawl between the neighboring countries. There could be escalation in the brawl, and it has taken place. And it was a simple reason I had used the chakras, the Rashi Sangata chakra on the 21st. There is Veda from Rahu to so many planets, and then in the Rudram chart, the Ketu is placed in the Lagna with Rahu and Mars, and the Lagna Lord of Aquarius Lagna is in the 8th house and the Saturn Dasha, and Saturn aspects Moon in the 2nd house. So Moon, Saturn, Ketu Dasha becomes most enigmatic. And as I had mentioned, the predictions are proved spot on. Now we have to see what happens till 5th of July. There is a meeting also tomorrow. Let us see what happens. But I don't think this meeting, China will try to sort it out. China wants that it has an aggressive stance and it occupies the Indian territory. We have to see how things go. But I may tell you another parameter which is most malefic is the Jupiter transiting tomorrow. It is falling back in the sign Sagittarius, and it is retrograde, and it has come in the 9th house of the natural zodiac from the 10th house of the natural zodiac, and in the 8th house of India, because it is the 8th lord for Taurus Lagna. It is the most malefic planet. It has fallen back in the 8th house. So friends, it is not a good time for India, and it should try to settle the things. It will be very good. And they say any planet which is in Mool Trigona sign or own sign, it should be used. There is no planet in the own sign. Mercury is the only planet in own sign, so there can be negotiations, but Mercury is retrograde. Then you talk about Venus. Venus is an own sign, so some women should come in between and then sort out the things. Or Mercury, a person who's a lawyer type of a person, if he comes between, then there is some possibility of some settlement, reconciliation. But Saturn is retrograde. Saturn is old person. So old person, I don't know who has to be taken into consideration, but I may tell you that China is in a very aggressive stance. But one parameter which is most malefic for China is the Jupiter falling back in the 22 threshold sign, where the 12th lord is fallen Jupiter over the fallen Jupiter, and it will aspect the Lagna lord in the 8th house. So all his malefied intentions will come out, all the scams and whatever his planning is, his espionage and everything, or the whole world will come to know, and ultimately he is going to suffer. He also has combinations for insolvency. So friends, by 2022, when the dasha of now is the dasha of Mercury, when Mercury Ketu dasha starts, then he will have insolvency. The country is going to suffer a lot as far as the financial part is concerned, because the whole world is going to go in the international court of justice. So friends, but he may refute, but all the same, he has to face the consequences. So friends, this is what I wanted to say. Astrology is really great, and if you use the principle and especially the chakras used by our stalwart astrologers, and especially Hardev Sharma Trivedi ji, I follow him religiously, and I find that if you make the predictions the way he had done it, then there is no reason that the predictions can go wrong. I again thank God, bow before God, and thank and stand up and give ovation to Hardev Sharma Trivedi ji and my esteemed Guru Shri Ganesh. So, friends, with all this, I take leave from you. This is what just what I wanted to say. Astrology must be used. It is a tool. It is just like when we go to the doctor, doctor tells us not to eat this, take this medicine. Similarly, astrology tells us what to do and what not to do. So, friends, with this, I would insist that people follow astrology, and I would also tell one thing: if Z and Trump knew astrology, whatever they are doing, they will never do it. And because if they don't know what are the consequences, they think they will get away with it. But mind you, Jupiter is going back in the sign Sagittarius, and it is retrograde. It will punish those people who have bad karmas, and China is the one which will be punished very badly. You will wait and see, just wait and see this from the 30th of June to 20th of November, more precisely till 13th of September. And so will Trump be. Trump will also have to face the consequences. Just wait and see. Italy also has fallen Jupiter. Mukesh Ambani also has fallen Jupiter. I don't want to say anything, but let the time come. You will see it for yourself that those people who have fallen Jupiter, who do not have the divine blessings on them, they are going to suffer this time. Especially those people who have bad karmas, who are bad souls. So friends, beware, pray to God, and do good karmas, and believe in spiritualism. Be a little more spiritual, especially when the nakshatra is also Mula. Ketu also teaches us be more spiritual. Ketu is in the ninth house with Jupiter. So at one end, Ketu is there. On the other end, Jupiter is there. It teaches you become more spiritual, believe in God, and do help other people, and do not take the law in your hands. So friends, with all this, I just want to preach. I want to preach astrology. Why I'm writing, why I'm making so many videos is just to insist that people should start believing in astrology, because astrology is one science. It can predict your future. I can guarantee you whatever questions you may ask me, I can answer. I can tell you I have the answers for all the problems, for all the questions. You ask a question, I will answer it. Day to day, whatever is happening in the globe, I answer. I try to answer everything to make people realize that astrology is a very vast and a very precarious and a very important science. It is a proper science. It has replicability, and you can see it for yourself. I have used it. Whatever has happened in the past, I've used the same, and I found a similar pattern and the planets behaving in the same fashion. So friends, with all this, I take leave from you, and thank you for listening to me, and bye bye.